the man from Fort Worth, Texas, Jamie Holley. What an impressive mustache. What an impressive wrestler. Versus the man, the outlaw, the cowboy, Bobby Garrett, right here from Bandera, Texas. Now, these two guys are going to fight each other for the CTCW Heavyweight Championship. Both of these guys won qualifiers. Jamie Holley won his up in Dallas, and Mr. Cowboy Bobby Garrett won his right down here in San Antonio, Texas, now fighting for that title. That's right, this is for all the marbles. This is for all the money.
And this is what defines Central Texas Championship Wrestling, JD. No more of these. We don't need wrestlers coming and flipping and flying all over the place. See, we want actual wrestling. These two wrestlers define what old school wrestling is, what grabbing a headlock, calculating your next move, and as you can see, I was just speaking about it, and there goes Jamie Holley with a vast, effective headlock.
All right, and look at veteran referee in the ring there, Martin Green, the official for this heavyweight title fight. That man has wrestled and officiated a lot of heavyweight title matches before, so this guy has his work cut out for him here. You were saying King of Old School earlier, Double R. Does the King of Old School need to bring his tag team partner with him to the ring? Does Bobby Garrett need to have Bulldog Blackheart out with him at ringside?
Well, JD, I don't think Bobby Garrett needs Bulldog Blackheart or anybody for that matter. I think Bobby Garrett is such a cool dude that Bulldog Blackheart just can't stay away from him.
Well, I'll disagree with you there. I think he needs Bulldog Blackheart right here because Jamie Holley has that headlock cinched in, and he is just taking it to him. While we got this break in the action, fellas, let me just go ahead and remind you to check out CTCW. You can plug those letters into Facebook, and you'll find our page. You can plug in CTCW to YouTube, and you can find videos of us and the action that you can only find at CTCW Wrestling. Oh my gosh, look at that. Bobby Garrett back to a vertical base, and he takes down Jamie Holley, now pouring on the pressure with a double axe handle. My goodness gracious, look at this. And knocks in a headlock of his own. He says, you know what, you want to do the same to me? How about this? I'm going to knock one in there for you and see how you like it. Cowboy Bobby Garrett now trying to slow down the pace of the match.
Cowboy Bobby Garrett needs to be very careful with that mustache. That's like a Brillo pad. I think that could chop up Bobby's inner forearm and could lead to complications throughout the match.
Are you saying that the man's mustache is somehow a foreign object that shouldn't be allowed in the ring?
You know what?
Are you going to make that rule to Blackjack Mulligan? Are you going to tell Blackjack Mulligan that he can't have his mustache?
Well, Blackjack Mulligan is a legend, and I don't mean any disrespect to Blackjack Mulligan. But Jamie Holley looks like he just hopped out of 1942, JD. Let's be honest.
And Blackjack Mulligan didn't?
No, Blackjack Mulligan had a beautiful, amazing 1977 mustache. This is a 1942. JD, do you not have a mustache? Do you know nothing about grown men and what real mustaches look like?
I just say that that's an impressive mustache, but you're trying to equate it to being a foreign object, which clearly, it isn't.
It is. Look, Bobby Garrett can't cinch in the headlock the right way. He has to keep his forearm spread.
And there we go. Oh, there we go. And again, back in turn, locking up that headlock. These guys just trying to put on a clinic of headlocks here. One wants to go with the side headlock. Then after the side headlock is done, now it's the front headlock. And then after the front headlock, they've gone to a rear-facing chin lock. This is just a clinic of headlock match grace that you can't see anywhere else other than CTCW. Oh, and working up to a vertical base, and down goes Jamie Holley to the mat. Oh, creating some space there, Cowboy Bobby Garrett, though. Not finished with the punishment, drives the knee into the face of Jamie Holley. And you know what Jamie Holley needs right now?
What is that, JD?
He needs to go to La Moreliana Meat Market and go get a steak to cover that eye.
I definitely agree with that. If you're gonna get a black eye, and if you're just hungry, you need to stop by La Moreliana Meat Market and go ahead, pick up some of the best chicken, steaks, or any kind of meat accessory you need in town.
1510 Callahan Road. Tell him JD sent you, and make me some fajitas next time we see each other.
JD, we all know that you need to cut back on your fajitas, brother. Let's focus on the match. Bobby Garrett, once again, the king of headlocks himself, the legendary headlock applier that is Cowboy Bobby Wayne Garrett.
Bobby Garrett now, not quite able to keep a handle on that particular headlock. And there goes Garrett to the mat. Cover, 1, 2. Oh my goodness. Not quite enough to keep Bobby Garrett down, and Bobby Garrett gets back up, kick to the breadbasket, sends Jamie Holley to the mat, and he just looks like he's on Dream Street. Double R, how is he gonna get out of this?
I'm gonna tell you what, JD, he's not gonna get out of this. Cowboy Bobby Wayne Garrett is too much. He's a brawler. He's a fighter. He's an old school wrestler. Look at that. He cocked back, he kissed his knuckles, and said goodbye to Jamie Holley's face. Hopefully he knocks that mustache off of him.
Oh my gosh, well I will give you this, there is a difference between being a wrestler and being a brawler, and Jamie Holley, like it or not, as much as he might not be roughneck and rough around the edges, he is a wrestler's wrestler and can wrestle anybody. So we'll see. Only time will tell. You know, there's a reason why he won the qualifier in Dallas, and that was because he was the better man in that area. And now here these two are meeting to see which style is better. North Texas, South Texas, who comes out on top?
Well, in South Texas, you don't have to wake up and wrestle your mustache every day. That's probably why he's such a technician that he is. Perfecting that craft with that mustache every day has got to be a handful, JD.
I don't think the time managed taking care of his mustache is really that much time lost in training. In fact, I'd say, as would most people would say that you look like a heck of a lot more masculine man if you have a mustache as opposed to if you don't. As you look at Cowboy Bobby Garrett, he looks like a baby's bottom that's been slapped.
Hey, you watch how you're talking about our future Central Texas Championship. Oh, wow.
Whoa, and there we go. Big left hand by Jamie Holley sends Cowboy Bobby Garrett to the mat.
Geez, I thought he was trying to knock him back into 47 with that uppercut.
That was like 2 7/8.
That was as close as any pinfall has been in this match, although we haven't seen many because this has been a headlock clinic.
Hey, you cannot discount the effectiveness of a simple headlock. And I think that's what has been lost on a lot of folks is the art of the headlock. We're bringing it back. CTCW, bringing back the lost art of the headlock, one match at a time.
Exactly. Central Texas Championship Wrestling, and our motto is follow that.
There we go. You can like us on Facebook, CTCW. Like us on YouTube, CTCW. You don't have to think about it. CTCW. Just like Jamie Holley didn't have to think about that back body drop because Cowboy Bobby Garrett looked like he was riding a bucking bronco and just tumbled right on over him, acting natural.
Well, every cowboy falls off a steer every now and then, but it's about how you get right back on. And let me tell you, JD, Cowboy Bobby Garrett's going to get right back on this bull that is Jamie Holley and his mustache.
I don't know. Again, looking a little bit worse for wear. A big back body drop for a second time in a row. Jamie Holley, full of steam, trying to will the crowd back into it. And he's got those close fists. Look at, what a coward Cowboy Bobby Garrett is. There's no timeouts in wrestling, Double R.
Well, Jamie Holley's got a close fist. Look at that. He said he's a wrestler's wrestler, and he's throwing these close fists. Martin Green, legendary referee. Come on.
And exactly, if those shots pass Martin Green's eyes, and you're seriously going to say that you're going to question the legendary Martin Green? Yeah, if those light rights and lefts pass, and Bobby Garrett,
like a true champion, JD. Ring awareness, knows where the ropes are at all times. You know what Bobby Garrett's doing right now? He's taking a breather and just calculating what he's going to do next.
Taking a breather? Yes. Taking a breather, I see a man who barely got on his foot on the rope to save himself from this match.
That's how relaxed he is, JD. Look, Jamie Holley needs all the leverage, needs to use all the leverage and space and distance.
Double
he
axe
doesn't
handle,
want to get close.
Small package, not quite enough.
You know, if Bobby Garrett would have put that kind of pin on Jamie Holley, the match would have been over.
You know, that remains to be seen. We need to see him try to put that type of maneuver on Jamie Holley first. I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt. And again, who knows what sort of antics that Bulldog Blackheart is going to show up with. He's still on the outside of the ring, the ultimate X Factor in this match.
Bulldog Blackheart is there for one reason and one reason only. To stand in the ring with the man, the cowboy that is Cowboy Bobby Garrett, when he walks out of this match not only victorious, but as the new Central Texas Championship Wrestling.
I don't think so. Jamie Holley right here has had the privilege of working around this CTCW roster and has racked up some serious wins. Cowboy Bobby Garrett, while he may be a crafty veteran, I don't think he has anything on the younger, more exuberant Jamie Holley. Big arm drag right there, takes down Cowboy Bobby Garrett, and again, you can just see Cowboy Bobby Garrett trying to hang on for dear life as Jamie Holley just manhandles him.
Jamie Holley showing shades of old school wrestling. I'll give you that. He went for the bear hug, realized he couldn't lift up the brute that is our future Texas champion, Central Texas champion. And see, look, Cobb, see, that's why we need Scott Bulldog Blackheart out there for. You got this legendary.
He's
ref
calling
like
for a timeout.
Well,
you
Martin
would
Green
think
is coming so
you would
fast.
think that if you have an opponent, and again, Bobby Garrett and Bulldog Blackheart have had multiple tag team champions throughout the state, and you would think that they would know the rules. There's no timeout in wrestling. You can't make a timeout, especially on behalf of somebody who's not even a participant in the match.
Well, Marty Green is known for having them fast fingers.
Marty Green is the most steady count that I've ever seen.
Parkinson's count. That man trembles more and speeds up the count. Let me tell you, JD, let's just get back on the action, because I can argue with you about Marty Green and Jamie Holley's mustache all day.
Well, now we go, oh, Jamie Holley there, oh, face full of canvas. Cowboy Bobby Garrett on the outside of the ring. They're using full advantage of every piece of the ring now that they're outside to inflict damage. And now he's using that ring apron a second time. That's not the design of the ring apron. It's not what it was designed for. Oh, my goodness. When is he going to get it back in the match? You have to wonder, if he knows that he's wrestling for a championship, he has to know that you cannot win a match by count out or disqualification. That title cannot end up in his hands in those circumstances.
JD, Bobby Garrett knows exactly what he's doing. That ring apron might not be designed for that, but Bobby Garrett, as ring savvy as he is, knows how to use every single inch of not just the ring, but the arena. He wants to hurt Mr. Mustache. He's going to beat him up a little bit outside, roll him back in the ring, get the 1, 2, 3, and be the champion that he knows and we all know that he is.
Right now, Bobby Garrett on his back as a stiff right clothesline took out the Cowboy and sent him to the mat. My goodness gracious. This is a barn burner, ladies and gentlemen. You can tell the folks that you saw this match for the CTCW heavyweight title and that these guys put it all on the line because that's exactly what they're doing. They're leaving it all right here in the middle of Pika Pika Plaza.
Yeah, I'm not sure how both of them gathered and garnered the testicular fortitude to keep slugging and swinging and banging the way that they are after they tried to put each other to sleep a good 42 times.
I'm telling you, those headlocks. It's a statistician's game. You know, maybe 2 or 3 of these headlocks aren't going to work, but maybe you'll find that one golden headlock that just puts them to sleep. Hey, $1 Million Man made a whole career out of it and called it the $1 Million Dream.
Right, it's all about distance. I mean, it's just like my ex-girlfriend told me, JD, every inch counts.
Yeah, but in that case, she was talking about your restraining order and how you had to stay a certain number of feet away from her.
Well, JD, I wasn't trying to get that personal now. I was just talking about how quick and how easy and the difference of cinching in and, you know, really getting it in.
Right.
The difference of when you really get it in that spot that you want to. You know what I mean, JD?
I hear you. I felt that moment where it just pops
Yes,
into place.
exactly. And you know that's all she wrote. Good night.
Right.
You know?
Okay, I get you. You know what? We might not agree on everything, but at least we can agree when a headlock is properly applied, you can make somebody squeal.
Oh, definitely. That's one thing we can agree on,
Yeah,
JD.
yeah.
Let's get back to the action
All right,
before we...
here we go.
There we
Irish
go.
whip. He reverses Jamie Holley now. Big back body drop. Oh,
Not
but
this
no,
time.
sunset flip. Oh my gosh. Nope, but tied up in the ropes. Jamie Holley this time with the ring awareness.
Well, Jamie Holley's mustache grabbed the ropes.
Well, I don't think it was his mustache because his hands clearly grabbed the rope. Come on.
His hands are
Come
coming
on.
out of his... There he goes with the close fist again, JD.
Oh,
Martin
boom.
Green. Martin Green is the most... I don't know if he's nocturnal. I don't know what the deal is with Martin Green.
Oh my gosh, Cowboy Bobby Garrett somehow
Fast count.
able to get the shoulder up. I wouldn't say that was fast. I would say that Bobby Garrett should have been out.
Here we go. Now Bobby Garrett's going to do what he does. I call a clothesline. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Power! Oh, that was like a modified power slam in the hip toss.
You know what? 2, 3. It looked like he was going for a power slam, but couldn't quite get all of it because those headlocks had just taken so much out of him. But you know what? These guys, you could tell, were in a fight.
They were in a fight, and that modified power slam hip toss, it doesn't matter. We could call it the bullwhip. Straight from Bandera, Texas, Bobby Garrett laid the bullwhip down, and now he rocks the crown, our new Central Texas heavyweight champion.
And now he's going to have to go to La Moraleana Meat Market to go get some steaks for his eye, because that was a fight. Those two guys in the middle of the ring, the West Texas Outlaws, they are some seriously bad dudes, and you can bet now that Outlaw Bobby Garrett has the eye on the prize with the heavyweight title, that the tag team titles can't be that far off in the horizons for those two guys.
Well, thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Double R and JD, Central Texas Championship Wrestling. We'll see you around.